Hello students, today in lecture number 4 for unit number 3 we are going to study about servo valves, cartridge valves and proportional valves. So these are the references from where the most of the material which is used in this lecture is taken, and this video is a part of a classroom teaching and having no commercial use. So first type of valve we will study is servo valve. So servo valves were developed to facilitate the adjustment of fluid flow based on the changes in the load motion. It is programmable orifice, you can say. So in machine motion control, the servo system involves continuous monitoring, feedback and correction. Also, they are used to improve the efficiency, accuracy and repeatability of the system. The most common application of servo valves are aerospace vehicle like aeroplane, uh, then particularly in primary flight controls, the servo controls are used in the aircraft, then elevators, rudders of the aeroplane. These are controlled using servo units. So in space vehicles also, control unit during the launching is provided by movable thrust nozzle that are positioned by servo units. That means the servo units has space applications as well. So even drill bits for angle drilling in CNC machining, oil wells are servo controlled. So maximum operating frequency for servo valve is around 10 Hz, and basic operation for a servo system is like operator drives the control electronics, which gives a signal to proportional valve. It has a valve spool to operate, and by using this valve spool you can control a hydraulic actuator, let's say in this case a hydraulic motor. A hydraulic motor will drive the load, and the movement or the motion of the hydraulic motor has its feedback to the again to the control electronics, where you can see that, let us say if you are controlling a hydraulic motor, you can study its RPM, so that you can your proportional valve will get the input automatically to balance its output. Okay, so it's kind of a closed list loop system which is running through in servo systems. So it has a symbol like this. You can see the symbol for servo valve. These are addition, and this type of a control, this particular symbol is used usually for servo control. A servo mechanism is defined as an automatic device for controlling large amount of power by means of a very small amount of power, and automatically correcting the performance of a mechanism. So this is something which is important. Auto correction is there. Servo valves can used to virtually any aspect of the fluid power system operation, fluid power systems, including following operations like positioning of the cylinders and rotary actuator, speed of cylinders and motors, cylinder force and motor torque, acceleration and deceleration of the hydraulic actuator, then system pressure, maintaining the system pressure and maintaining the flow rate. So here this is a detailed diagram of a servo valve. You can see here there is a movable spool. Okay, this is inlet and outlet. This is inlet and outlet for the valve, and here you can see that there is a torque motor. This torque motor is a majorly operating component for the servo valve. So how this torque motor will function, because of which this spool will change its position, that we will study in the next diagram. Second type is cartridge valve. So cartridge valves consist of basically a sleeve, valve puppet, and a closing spring. That means it has only three components. Cartridge valves are also known as 2x2 valve or logic valves. So why these are known as logic valve? Because they are used to implement the complex logical functions in the simple hydraulic circuits. So a branch which deals with the hydraulic circuit logic is also called as a fluidics. Fluidics. That is fluid logic. And in fluidics, majorly you will find cartridge valves are used. Okay. So the basic cartridge valve include a valve puppet sleeve and normally held close position by a spring. So this is, you can say, this is a spring. This is a closed valve seat, and you can say that this is something which is this is a sleeve, and this is a what you can say, a puppet. Okay. So you can see that the puppet valve has a seated cone giving a zero leakage conditions across the two ports. That means it has two ports. This is port A, this is port B, and there is a pilot port which is called as port X. Okay. The closing spring is retained by a cover which encloses the cartridge valve. This is a cover actually which encloses this cartridge valve, and uh, we can change this X, that is we can change the pilot input, and we can change the function of this cartridge valve. So we can implement various logical functions here. So since cartridge valve can be utilized in such a manner that it replicates the functionality of a low pressure, it can repeat the functionality of a pressure, flow or direction control valve or check valve. A system of compressed of cartridge valve mounted in a manifold block can be designed to reproduce the functionality of a conventional hydraulic system. That means we can replicate many valves by using simple cartridge valve. The valve functionality can be relocated from the working circuit to the control circuit, thereby simplifying the circuit complexity. So this is something which is most important in case of this kind of valve, cartridge valve, that they actually eases the complexity of the hydraulic circuit. So where is the application for this cartridge valve? Mainly you will see in off-road vehicles. Uh, these cartridge valves are means they are used extensively. You can take example of a road roller machine, or you can take example of a excavator machine which we have studied. So there are some benefits of using cartridge valve. They make system more compact. Also they reduce the cost. They enhance the response because the entire system is closed and feedback based. So naturally you will get a better response. Then it gives a reduced chance of leakage of oil, fewer systems pressure spike, improved component life, and most cost effective control in a high flow system. Then reduced energy consumption, longer field life without maintenance. They are ideal for safety circuits, and they offer greater stability, and can be they also can be used for high flow system, and in the hazardous environment where a human control is not at all possible. Okay, there are many applications and many spaces where a human cannot go and operate the valve, and at that particular position cartridge valve is the best solution. either cartridge valves are used or servo valves are used. Both of them are having their own advantages. So depending on your application, you need to choose which particular system will you prefer. So next part type of valve is under study is called as a proportional valve. So proportional valve are that which produces the output, means output in the form of direction, pressure or flow, that is proportional to the electronic control input, means they are producing output proportional to electronic control input. The output force exerted by armature of a DC solenoid depends on the current flowing through it. So there is a solenoid, you can see there in this diagram there is a solenoid which is energized by simple pulse of electric current. This can be utilized in design of a proportional DC solenoid in which the force exerted by the armature is proportional to the current flowing and independent of the armature over the working range of the solenoid. That the proportional valves are operated by proportional solenoids, whereas servo valves are operated by torque motors. So there is a difference between there is a difference between a servo valve and proportional valve. That in proportional valve you have direct control and you don't need a torque motor to control the valve. In the conventional pressure control valves, a spring is used to control the pressure at which the valve operates. The spring is replaced by a DC solenoid in case of proportional valve. Means there is a DC solenoid which can be easily controlled by using simple pulses of electric current is actually used to drive the valve spool. And this is something which differentiates proportional valve from the normal valve as well as from the servo valves which we have studied. So this diagram indicate the construction of servo valve. Okay, you can see there is a proportional solenoid which is governing this spool, valve spool. This is a symbol for a servo valve. This is a symbol for a proportional valve. So this particular diagram will show you a simple proportional relief valve. So here we can see that a proportional solenoid exerts a force on a puppet which keeps the valve closed until the hydraulic pressure at point P at the port P overcomes this force and it opens this valve. In design of a relief valve, the proportional solenoid acts directly on the valve puppet. So you can see this in this construction. It's a simple pressure relief valve which is of proportional type. So here there is a port P. This is connected to the pressure line of the circuit, and this is port T which is connected to the tank, and between them there is a valve seat. Okay, and this valve seat is governed by this armature. Okay, the amount of force this armature exerts on this valve seat is proportional to the current which passes through these solenoid coils. Okay, so these two solenoid coils will generate a current. The proportional to that current, the armature will exert the force on this valve seat. So this simply means that once the pressure at the P port exceeds that particular value, okay, so it will make sure that this valve will open and the fluid is allowed to go from pressure port to directly to the tank in case of to prevent the damage or overloading of the hydraulic circuit. So this is how, by simply by controlling the uh, current in the proportional valve, current in this solenoid coil, you can directly control the uh, amount of force which is exerted. So this is all about proportional valve. Thank you.